Oh, hello, my wonderful, beautiful brothers of that wonderful, beautiful nation. Those guys, those days. I'm the one, the only, the dark, the shadow, the maverick, the dark shadow maverick. Here to bring you part two of, yeah, you see the name, you see it, you know it. What if Sans had the Carnage and Riot symbiotes? Part two. What did I sound like Christopher Walken when I said part two that time? Like, part two. And that's me trying too hard to sound like Christopher Walken. Never mind. Basically, last time we left off, basically, Carnage decided that since Sans half-assed his proposal, he was going to make sure he didn't half-ass anything else. He was going to, quote-unquote, help Sans. Anyways. Whew. Where we start off with this part two. Basically, it's at the end of Sans and Toriel's little date. However, Toriel brings up a little thing of possibly Sans spending the night at her place. And Sans doesn't seem to have a problem with it upright. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? So, basically, Toriel would also bring up the fact that Frisk isn't the only one there with her. Flowey is also there. Then whenever Sans remembers how exactly Frisk got Flowey to the surface, it kind of makes him laugh a little to himself. And Carnage and Riot cannot lie. I also find it kind of funny too. Mr. All-Powerful Hyper God of Death or whatever. Literally contained within a flower pot, cannot do jack shit. I just find that hilarious. And so Sans just calls up Papyrus and basically says, well, basically Toriel was brought up, possibly spend the night And, well, like, I think the breakup, basically, this is kind of improv from the Riot side of the symbiote fusion. But it's like, I think the, you know, great papyrus can go one day, or like one night, without needing the like, fluffy bunny to be read to them. They're so great. And basically, that would just be like hook, line, and sinker into Papyrus not actually, asking him more questions, or, well, bothering Sans anymore about it. Because, yes, I am great. I am the great Papyrus. So, yes, at least one night, I will go without needing to be read Fluffy Bunny. It's just hilarious. How serious Papyrus took that. It was like, wow, I cannot believe that it was that easy. It's just letting you guys take the wheel sometimes. Considering the fact that Sans is kind of talking in the midst of his own head, don't think that Flowey can't at least tell what's going on from Sans' facial expressions. Yeah, Flowey's kind of piecing shit together. It's not really all that easy to do that, but whoever said that, like, basically, the old saying, Rome wasn't built in a day, is very true with actually trying to figure out what the hell is going on with Sans. I don't think the people of the Undertale world know anything about freaking symbiotes or symbiote fusion. So, yeah. Basically, Toriel would have Howie in the back seat, all the way in the back, and Sans would be in the passenger seat, right next to Toriel. He would kind of fall asleep halfway through whenever they got halfway there. And basically, Tori would be like, Azrael, would you be a kind. Like, basically, at this point, like, Toriel has kind of already found out that this is what has become of her son, Azrael. So she just, like, doesn't say Flowey, she says Azrael. She's like, Azrael, dear, would you please indeed nice and gently wake up Sans for me? I have to take some things in, after all. Yeah, because went on a little bit of a shopping spree in between the whole date. And if Lily would just break the ice, that would wake Sans up automatically. Yeah, you think he actually knows that you're not that into him? Sans would be like, what? Then, crap, I woke him up that way. Yeah, Sans ended up having to figure out the hard way that, it was more or less a puppy love date, not an actual date. And figuring that out, I mean, like, him and Toriel are still friends. Like, don't get him wrong. Like, he's still is really good friends with Toriel. He's just heartbroken What he thought was an actual real date is just a puppy love date, just because like Toriel cares, but she doesn't really know how to show it in a way that wouldn't like mess everything up. So it's kind of like Toriel's own anxiety about the whole date thing, and Sims is just like, what's the reason for the whole date thing to begin with? I mean, if we both like each other, we could just be friends. And basically, Slimer just decides to open his mouth, like Azrael, just decides to open his mouth to, like, well, it's probably has something to do with along the lines of what, is going on with Dad. Or also known by the pirates as King Fluffy Buns. King Fluffy Buns, that's adorable. Your brother's adorable, Sans. And, Sans figuring that out, so, I mean, by the expression on Toriel's face, I mean, that's just the kind of expression that tells you he's not exactly wrong. Not wrong at all, actually. He's basically has a straight Carfax whenever it comes to that. And so, yeah, basically Santa's like, damn. But, they're still friends. So, it's not like Santa's gonna go all deserter on, frickin' Toriel. It's just that there are a lot of mixed and matched feelings, the rest of the way. All the way until they actually get into the house. And Sans not even feeling like carrying Flowey's fire pot. Just blue souls him. Like, good God, man. That's how you can tell Sans got depressed really fast. And one of the first faces to greet him, if not the first and only face to greet him, is indeed the one, the only, Frisk. And, well, Frisk would just be glad to see Sans. And, Flowey / Azrael would be like, I'm Frisk. And Frisk would just be like, like, you have a weird feeling that it's possible that Flowey / Azrael might want to kill Sans after this if you do not show them attention. Like Flowey just being a sourpuss about the whole thing. Like, Santa's whole thing just got destroyed, but Flowey doesn't give a shit. Like, Flowey / Azrael does not give a shit. He's like, Frisk, I exist! Acknowledge I exist! That's safe to say that you can kind of tell that they got really close. Really close friends. Friends, like, Frisk is so determined to, like, get the perfect ending that, actually got Flowey to be friends. Like, really good friends. And, well, basically, that night, everything would be going on as usual. But, there will indeed be a little bit of a problem. because stands above him, he would have heard the slashing of a knife. But even before that, he would have moved. Almost as if he knew what was going to happen before it happened. And basically, he would hear from both symbiotes that was their spidey sense at work. Because of the fact that Sense can teleport, and plus the spidey sense, yeah, definitely not going to hit him now. And basically just seeing Chara floating above his bed now. Sans would be like, Chara, what the hell are you doing here? I guess you're assuming more things about me. The Chara that you fought before was merely a memorization of the sins of Frisk passed through several genocide routes. Once manifested, only wanted worse and worse for Frisk. And they took a mirror image of my face because they knew that the original route first taken, the pacifist route, the face that was constantly following Frisk, was my face. So they basically were messing with Frisk's mind. How else do you think they would actually get Frisk to do those things? Or like some sort of manifesto demon version of me. Besides, I think you would know from all the time before our deaths, mine and Asriel, that is, that me and Asriel are nothing like that. It's only because of what happened, all experiments that Alphys did, that Asriel became like how he is now. And it's only because of the fact that there was even a face to go with that umbrage to begin with, my face, seeing as the power seemed to want to do everything in its own power to screw Frisk up, even to the point of mimicking the one they once called friend, making them terrified of me, and just wanting me to leave them alone. They couldn't tell who was who. Their mind was so screwed up. By the time I actually got to them, away from the sphere of influence of that thing, demon, created from all the past wrongdoings, manifested in form. The first time, it was only out of blind curiosity. Chris couldn't help it. Besides, they're only a child. You expect them to handle blind curiosity. That's right. They can't. As determined as they are, they, in terms of will, whenever it comes to certain curiosities, Frisk has never been that much of a bright suit, to say the least. So what you're saying is there's two of you, one that actually is you and one that's some sort of demon fake wearing your face. As some sort of way to basically torture Frisk. I mean, if I wasn't the real Chara, do you really think I'd be able to do this? Wear this locket? That locket. Sans would touch the locket. It would be the real thing. It was right around the last time that the lockets were seen that there was a specific spell put on both of them. Only the true wearers can wear those things. Frisk was actually, at one time, the closest thing to a true wearer that the lockets had. So indeed, in taking one of them, they could indeed wear it. Also, possibly because of your sphere of influence, that might also be the case as well, how they could wear it. Rightio. I don't know about your little friends. I don't exactly know what they are, but that's not the point. The point is, I did that because, well, whoever the hell else was going to be able to wake you up so that you could help Frisk. I mean, I am literally a ghost beyond ghosts. I couldn't help them even if I wanted to, and believe me, I do. Believe me whenever I say I do. But that sphere of influence, that darkness that you killed whenever you turned into that form, it's almost as if without it, Frisk's everything has become jumbled to the point where it can't even be recognized as Frisk anymore. It's like their entire save file is just a jumbled mess. Frisk doesn't know what to do with themselves, or what to make of themselves. Oh, identity crisis be damned. Shit. Why didn't you tell me this sooner? Well, I assumed you would need an explanation before I just spat all that out. Well, you're not exactly wrong. It is nice to have some form of explanation before you're just throwing caution to the wind. We at least gotta see what's actually going on. Maybe with the both of us we could find some way to clear their head enough to where we can actually see in there. That's another one of the reasons why I needed you to come with. I figured Azzy would just freak out if I saw anything like crazy going on in Frisk's mind. You know, Azzy was always known to be a crybaby, and same goes for him even in his flower form. That's actually hilarious. But on to the matter at hand. Oh, Frisk. Oh, they're dead asleep, but they do not look happy. Wait, is that a text from Alphys? Oh, yeah, it's from earlier on today. Wait, yeah. Frisk was with Alphys and Undyne earlier today. Over at Alphys' new lab in the human world. Surface. There were so many great breakthroughs in science that both Alphys and the human scientists were talking about. And that the majority of them, if not all of them, had a lot to do with certain things. From what they could tell, they had something of a... Oh, God. What? What's that? Something of a what? symbiotic bonding. Carnage, Riot. Yes, sir. What is it? Can you tell if something like that is going on with Frisk? We always try to look through her mind. Oh, holy shit! What Carnage? You know, tell us. At least know that Venom has a host. Stay away. What the hell? Venom. We are Venom. We bonded to the one you call Frisk. Well, that can indefinitely be seen. However, a little bonding seems to have done more harm than good. So, I'm going to just have to, ask you to GTFO out of my friend. You know, the kid. No way in hell. What the hell's going on? Sans, you idiot, use your eyelight for something. Like, their purpose of seeing things. That thing is covering Frisk. Sans? You shouldn't have done that. Now, I don't think I'll be able to hold back. Frisk, what are you talking about? Don't want to hurt you. But that means the only other solution is... I don't want to do that either. So, I've tried to find a middle ground with Venom. And the closest thing to a middle ground that we were able to find... If you want that, Venom can't be removed from me. What are you saying, Frisk? You know what I just said. Yes, don't try to play stupid. It only makes it harder on all of us. Ugh, that thing is coming out of your body. Back off, Sans. Me and Venom are bonded. If you try to take that bond away, things are only going to get much worse than they already are. Venom has no interest in leaving my body. This is just how things are going to be now. What the hell? Venom chose to bond with that kid? Right. I don't know if this is bad or good or not, but Something definitely seems wrong. Kid, please. Sans, even though you can't stop it. You know you can't stop it. So why keep on trying? It's not normal for at least more than one monster to have so much determination. They would do something so stupid. Damn, you just got burned! It's not helping, Kara! Always, I'll try to get to them then. Frisk! Uh, uh, yeah, I'm here. And it's okay. I'm here. And going to be fine. Just at least let this happen. What? What is she doing? Venom, I think. I didn't know you missed us that much. I miss you, not whatever the hell that thing is. This is Venom. Yeah, Venom. Whatever. Anyways, your HPS seemed to be rapidly decreasing even before you bonded with this guy. That seems to be all because of how long we've been apart. I won't have that. So, welcome back, old friend. Welcome back, old friend. HP restored back to full. Something tells me that this is only the red of Venom. Are you kidding? We know he can't get rid of you, or else something might go absolutely batshit insane. At least that's what Frisk has given us as info. And well, that really is indeed the case. Why Frisk? Why bond with her? Well, it was the closest thing to a match that I could find. And plus, I do seem to be a very pure-hearted soul. A rare thing these days, I believe. And if I'm not wrong, no one should really like being alone. From what I can tell, no one will. Basically, being alone has never helped anyone either. Trust me, I'm a symbiote, not a parasite. Two totally different things. A symbiotic, mutualistic relationship. Ourselves and Frisk. Is that not correct? I don't know, you told me. Well, it is. That is exactly what's going on. Well, if it's a symbiotic mutualistic relationship, that means it's a give and take relationship. You'll give each other something, basically from both sides of the same coin. Yet, still doesn't seem to be very fruitful. Seem to be woman is a very, very good host to me. Oh yeah, well then what about the nightmares? That can't be helped. Because previous hosts I had a special power called a quirk. Quirks, they all have different names. They can all be one of three different types. And it just so happened that the quirk that my previous host had was called brainwashing. That could indeed be why Chris's mind was in such peril before being woken up. They're not used to the experience of quirks, and also the fact that the quirk is brainwashing. That's going to take a lot of getting used to before, well, any sort of normalcy can return. And I see. These nightmares were due to your previous host having this quirk thing. Not only that, but their quirk being something like brainwashing. It's more or less along the style of you have to answer a question that the person with the quirk asked you in order for the brainwashing to actually kick in and start working. Okay then, that's how it works. The only way that you can actually brainwash them is if they answer your question. Well then, it's a good thing that you don't seem to be talkative all that much about it until now. Very. You think that Frisk might actually develop the quirk from being bonded to you? That's possibly why they're having the nightmares. It might exactly be in the process of creating the quirk inside of them now, and their body trying to adapt to a quirk existing at all inside of them. Just the mere cause for adaptability is causing things to happen. Very unnatural things to happen. And that's what's been causing the nightmares. Believe me, I have no intention on willingly hurting my host. Not at all. Especially a host like Frisk, and my previous one, with the brainwashing quirk. Say, it's not exactly like I'm blind or anything. I can tell that for some reason Carnage is fused with Riot, and they're both that Sans guy's symbiote. Huh? You can tell that? Well, I mean, come on. We're all symbiotes. We can kind of tell. But why bond with Riot? Fuse with him? Well, for your information, Venom, FYI, I've actually been doing my best to try and, figure out the whole goody two shoes thing. In fact, that whole demon version of Princess Kara, that old demon version of her, was just about to steal Frisk's soul. That's exactly what happened. Basically, caused Sans to suit up with my symbiote in particular. That side of the symbiote fusion. The Riot side, I guess you could call it. And once suited up, basically, I don't know if you were anywhere near there or not, but if you were, I'm sure you would have seen how easily we were able to just mop the floor with that demon thing. As if it was nothing. Truly just absolute weak sauce. Yeah, the kind of power we display we put on kind of even scared me. So, how about the fact that you give me a big boost in power, Riot? Is it the same with Carnage? How exactly do you think I got onto the whole path of trying to figure out the whole goody two-shoes thing? It's because of Carnage and their previous host that even happened remotely. They're that powerful? Carnage, I mean. The Carnage side of you is so powerful that it kind of powers the Carnage side of this double-sided symbiosis. This whole flip of the coin type symbiosis. They are honestly, I can't even begin to lie. Basically, obviously, just telling you the straight up Carfax truth. They are beyond any other symbiote ever had to deal with. Even All Black was rumored to be the most powerful symbiote for so damn long, couldn't take the kind of power that Carnage and their previous host had in store. Which, if I'm to, actually check up on this to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass, you still have the three powers, even though you're no longer, either of us are no longer the hosts or previous. You know what I mean, Carnage? Oh, you mean Kai, Destruction Energy, and Ultra Instinct? Yeah, still all there. Though, it's actually going to take some convincing for me to actually allow Sanzi here to actually have any of those in advance. Plus, the dude can already teleport as it is. And pull off that shortcut bullshit. So why would he need Kai? I guess for extra, length and how far he can teleport? Well, yeah, I guess that would be one reason to allow him to learn Kai from you. However, Destruction Energy and Ultra Instinct, those are indeed things that I think we should hold off on for now. Ah, yes, the good old Hakai doesn't just destroy the person, it destroys everything of them, even the soul. Just how powerful are you, Carnage? Well, considering you basically mopped the floor with what was known for the longest time to be the strongest symbiote, yeah, you could, like, make a rough guesstimate off of just that alone. And the fact that I didn't just beat, me and Izuku, my previous host, didn't just beat Riot once, but twice. And the second time was whenever he was inside of us, from the last time we beat him. Holy shit. So, Riot was showing off that kind of power, then your power must be your... Sanzi! You're acting like the kind of power we were showing off was the true full extent of what I could do. Or what we could do together, considering the symbiosis. Wait, just how much of your power were you using then? Or was I using out of you then? Not even a drop of water into the ocean. Trust me. The double-sided coin type symbiosis like this, both myself and Carnage. And I presume that you still able to keep that form of yours, Carnage. You call it absolute Carnage? Yes, indeed. Kind of power that comes with that is not something to be trifled with. And I think Venom over there would know. I mean, oh, just never mind. Frisk, are you really okay with this? Well, after figuring out everything, I don't think it'd really be all that bad. Venom doesn't seem to harbor any ill will against me, or want to hurt me in any way. In fact, they actually tried several times to attack anything that moved, just to make sure that I was safe. Or protective symbiote much? I do admit that it was kind of stupid of me. But yeah, I guess you could say overprotective symbiote. It's not that I don't like the fact that you're willing to be so kind as to do that, but you seem to often go to a lot of extremes. And trust me, we already have a lot of monsters that do that already. Cough, cough, Undyne. Oh yes, that's Fish Lady. Yeah, talk about extreme. Should be a picture of her face right in the book. I can't disagree with you there, Venom. Though, from what I could gather from what wasn't a nightmare whenever we were asleep, there are still others out there. More symbiotes, yes. What? Oh, shit. We didn't yet tell you about that. And this is why I never leave you explaining to people like you. Listen, Sans, I thought that Riot would at least explain it to you sometime, which is why I never said anything. If that's okay for you. A reason why you didn't say anything is because you thought he was going to say something? Oh, I guess I can't be too angry about that then. Well then, what about the other symbiotes? How many and what are they like? Well, from what we can tell right now, there's Agony, Scream, Slasher, and Phage are the only other ones. Just like the 7 souls, the 7 human souls, there seems to be 7 symbiotes. Yeah, you're right. That does make 7, if we include you guys. What a coinkydink. Oh, what exactly do you think will be the best time to figure out where the hell they are and what to do with them? Well, that would have to be your guess. Because I don't think either of us have an idea on the whole thing. Speak for yourself. Okay, fine. Yeah, I would admit it's just like you, pretty much brain fart mode. Well then, can we at least get back to sleep? Yes. Sleep, besides the whole nightmare thing, was indeed pleasant. And I think with Kara being with us this time, the nightmares might not be as bad. You know it. At least I'll try to make it so it isn't like that. You're a good friend, Chara. Frisk, you make many good friends. Just like Chara and Sans. Thanks, Venom. Anyways, probably shouldn't, too much longer. I mean, we have a lot of stuff we gotta do tomorrow. Oh yeah, tomorrow's gonna be indeed a very busy day. Oh yeah. Well, I guess that just means try not to have too many nightmares, Frisk. Okay, Carnage. Oh, what now? We head back to bed. Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't have to control me. I can go back to bed myself. Ugh. Facing the mattress, really? What am I kidding? I probably would go to sleep like this if I was given the choice. Then why are you still complaining? Well, I mean, don't you think that's kind of usual of him by now? Riot, I hate to admit it, but you're right. Son? Shh. Holy crap, something coming out of your chest! Quiet. Weed. Yeah, Riot. Definitely quiet. Wait, if you're in the flower pot, how the hell did you get all the way over here? Last time I checked, you were supposed to be in Tori's room. Uh, uh. Again! Riot. Calling. Hey, could you just call Toriel Tori? I think that's our host's thing, not ours. Don't act like you wouldn't if you had the chance. Okay, fine, you're right there. You're right there. But still, you gotta admit it's pretty freaking adorable coming from you. I don't know if it's adorable or annoying, but still brings up a pretty good question. How the hell did you get all the way over here if you're supposed to be in Tori's room inside a flower pot? You could say that before Jara actually got to Sans, that they decided to put me over here. What, they moved you? Ghost powers. Oh, ghost powers. Yeah, ghost powers. Yeah, ghost powers. Well, at least your host is heading the hay. Well, how could you really expect anything else? I mean, literally, the freaking guy who's supposed to be in Tori's room is here, and we basically just got the explanation that it was because of God's freaking dream powers. Not dream powers, ghost powers. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Bullshit, Riot, bullshit. Ah. So are you just gonna stay here? Well, Chara seems to have gone back with Frizz, so technically I can't move from here. I just hope I don't get gashed or blasted as soon as Sans wakes up. Don't worry, we'll make sure he doesn't go all Dukes of Hazzard on your freaking face, Flower Boy. Oh, excuse me. Prince Azrael. Don't you get an attitude with me, Flower Boy. Right, just shut the beep up. And then we can get the beep back to sleep. I can tell you're more worried about that than I am. I wonder why. Just shut the beep up and get the back to beep sleep. Okay, okay, God. Don't you good God me, mother beeper. Jesus. Damn, those two argue like a married couple. No wonder they're fused together inside Sans' body. They're literally like a literal married couple. I actually find that quite adorable. I guess I could go to sleep too. And thus ends part 2 of this What If. For I am the Dark Shadow Maverick, and I am OUT out of here. The boys, like, favorite, subscribe, ring that little bell. I'm a bounce like a Quidditch. Yeet, 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 and all the yeet. Mr. Freaking Action. It just reminds me of that one, thing of the laser collection where it's like, Dr. Octomother Gonopus. It's like a guy who's supposed to be Aladdin, like a stick figure version of Aladdin. He's like, I'm your master now. the laser collection's freaking hilarious. I think we can all agree. Anyways, enough about the laser collection and my very big fondness for it. I also have a very big fondness for the ultimate Battle of Ultimate Destinies or whatever the shit. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destinies. Look at our badass explosions. As far as the eye can see, I wonder who will survive. Who it could be. The ultimate showdown of ultimate destinies. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destinies. This is the ultimate showdown. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions. As far as the eye can see, only one could survive. I wonder who it will be. Oh, ultimate destiny. Oh God! I just showed everyone how terrible I am at singing. Yeah. Bye.